But we'll have a little bit of fun. We're playing Grandview today. It's an area high school right down the road, and I guess they call this home. We're going to tell you about the rink we're in. We're going to tell you about some things that have happened recently in the world of hockey. We're going to talk about the weather. We're going to talk about we're going to tell you some jokes. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to just bring you out some good old-fashioned hockey flavor. It is 20 below zero in this facility, at least. It is mildly unpleasant. I came prepared. You saw a picture of me. I am bundled up to the hilt. I got a hat, I got gloves, I got everything. I know what I'm getting into when I come to this facility. I've been coming here for 20 years. No, not that long, but a while. I'll tell you about that here in a little bit. But we're about to get underway. I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, there it is, right above me. The American flag hangs right above me. I'm in the extreme end of the arena, and the setup of this facility is not great. As you're going to see from the camera angle, which is completely exposed on one end of the arena. It's being adjusted right now, and hopefully he gets it in a better angle. But this is not great. Okay, but we're playing Grandview. It's a nice setup here. We're going to get a patriotic moment, and then I guess we're going to do the introductions. No introductions. Here comes the national anthem. I'm going to be quiet. The national anthem has been portrayed here in this rink, much to the chagrin of the owners, I'm sure, because this is a Russian facility. Everybody knows that this is a Russian facility. It's been a Russian facility for a long time, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that here in a little bit, but I'm not going to drive you crazy, right? I'm going to call the game here.
No, we appreciate it.
Okay, cool.
We won't be loud. We won't bother you.
All right, cool.
This is like the best spot of the whole rink. It's not so damn cool.
It's the only place you can see.
Yeah, I think like that.
Okay, well, we didn't announce the players today, but we're about to get underway. 17 minutes is on the clock, and everybody's banging on the wall. And we are underway. Another round of LP hockey. It is very hard to see, so I'm going to even have a hard time calling the game from where I am. Okay, we got Gallagher out there with Sharon. We got Sass in the middle, and that goes down, and it gets gloved by Vaughn, who stops the play. Pretty good crowd on hand. Where you could watch is interesting. There's an indoor and an outdoor area. Now, when I say outdoor, it's in the rink itself. It's very cold in here. It's like 600 degrees below zero. But here comes Sharon. He's going to get a nice shot off, and he cans one within 30 seconds. Excellent shot. He brings it down the right wing, and he shovels it home past the keeper. So we're up on the scoreboard first. 1-0 is the score. Nice little play by Sharon. He came in and he goes on his heels when he does that, and that happened right in front of me here, directly in front of me. Back to what I was saying about the rink. This rink is well, it's different. The shape of it is different on the ice. There's a lot more space behind the cage. It is not regulation. Sabres tries to shovel that through to a player, but he got pushed off of the puck. I am going to be moving around a bit during the game. It is very hard to see. I don't think the glass that surrounds this rink has been changed ever. So you can't see anything. Grandview's going to shovel that hard around. Sabres in the middle. He gets it, and he vaults one right over the top bar on the backhand. That was a give up in a very bad place. And Sabre picked it up and got a little shot off, but it was just a little too high. Sabre's going to try to shovel this around. Runs into Bantal. Bantal's going to push it through, and then he loses his stick. Got to have that piece of equipment. Sabre's going to go for a change. Here comes a shot. Nice little save by Vaughn. Keeps it out of the back of the net. That was a bad line change. I'm hoping you can see this okay. It's a terrible angle. There's nowhere to set up, so you're just going to have to listen to me for the call. All right. Grandview digs that out from the corner, skates it up, and is just going to give it up down there. It's going to go full length. No tap. It was a tap, so no icing. Another give up down there. Luke's going to bring it down. Solo effort. He's going to skate it end to end. Puts the brakes on as he gains the zone. Now he's looking for an outlet pass. He finds it through Lent. Lent gets picked up right there as he was breaking into the zone. Nice little keep in by Luke. That's Luke Bradley, by the way. Rose looking for a dig out. He's pushing the whole pile with his left hand. Squeaks through, trip. See if the hand is up. It is not, so no penalty. There, number 22 fans on that play. Another play, blows a tire. He's on his chest. Number 11's kind of paddling this around. We're up 1-0. 3 minutes into the game. Sharon's out there again. He's hunting for the puck. Now Bradley's going to work it down himself. He's going to go end to end. Now he's going to get a shot off. 5-hole was closed. Sharon's got it. He's digging this thing out, and it's going to go out of the zone. We lost 1-0 yesterday. 2-1 yesterday. We were down 1 against a really good Mount Vista team. We were not expecting that result. Our boys came to play last night, and it was a really fun game to watch. There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of great shots either way, and we came on the losing side of that equation. But still, it was a really fun thing, and that's what we want more of. Clark paddles that through, Sabre gets it. Sabre drops it back to Clark. Now he's looking for an outlet in the front. He pokes it back to Time. It's going to tee up a shot. It's going to go way wide. Thank goodness for the boards, or else that would have hit me right in the groin. Amen. Sabre digs that up. Centering pass right to the center. See who's going to step up. Time tries to get a shot off. Now the 11's going to punch it down through the neutral zone. Nice little play there. I think this is going to be an offensive end game. Sabre's got it, and he's going to go for the shot. 5-hole closed. Again, this keeper's able to drop down and stop that play. It works its way over towards the benches. Icing is the call. Well, let me tell you about this arena. This arena has got some flavor in good ways and bad. This thing goes way, way back. This is post-World War II era hangar. And it's on a post-World War II Air Force base called Lowry, which is not here anymore. It got overtaken by urban development. So there are no more things, but if you're interested, you can look it up. Lowry. And they do have an awesome World War II, not even a World War II, it's a Wings Over the Rockies. It's a beautiful museum, but maybe a mile from where I'm standing. And I don't know, there's some relics from the past, including barracks that have been changed into housing. But this place, it could use some updates. It's been around forever, and they put a couple of ice sheets in here, they being the Russians. And this is a Russian-owned facility, and it's known for that. Every bit of what you would expect out of a Russian facility, this is it. They've had a couple of runs with a couple of teams that some didn't survive because of, they got called out for their nefarious actions. I'm keeping it real in a light way. But Colin, my son, and I, we've been coming here for ages. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. But back to the game. Just wanted to give you a little bit of flavor here. Grandview's going to dig this out. Still 1-0. We're about 6 minutes into the game right now. 11 minutes on the clock in the first period. And Grandview's going to keep that in the zone. Sharon scored within 30 seconds of the opening bell. So that got us going in the right direction. This mysterious number 38 is back with us. Don't know who that is. And we've got number 4 out there, Tipton, who's giving chase. He catches up at the plate, but that squirts through Grandview's way, and then a hard around gets it out. Hand is up. Icing's going to be the call. And here's the whistle. Spending a few minutes down there on the defensive end. We get a line change. Out comes Sharon, who matches up. That goes out of the zone, so they got to clear. Sharon taps it, just sits right there. Oh, nice defensive play by Grandview. Stops Sass on the boards. If you're not careful, you could wear one of those boards. There's some safety issues in here for sure. Boys are going to have to mind their manners, especially over there by the bench. You can get driven into the boards and wear one of those pads for sure. Gallagher pokes that up. Sass has got it. He's got a breakout. He's going to come down and he's going to get a shot off. That gets shut down. Sharon was breaking down the right-hand side. That would have been a good option to feed it to him. That gets shoveled to the point. Still in. But it's going to go to Grandview's stick, and he's going to work it around the side. Goes into a very large number 12. That kid's big. I wouldn't want to get hit by him. Nice little saucer shot goes to Sharon. He's trying to work it back stick side. Zebra gets it away. That goes to the point. Nice shot. Goes up into the net. Moore got a rifle off from the blue line, and that was a really good play on his part. Weird thing about this rink, and it's been this way for as long as I've been coming here, which is at least, I have probably 12 years now. It is 70, 80, 75 degrees outside here. It is 20 below zero inside. It's freezing in here. They've got an air conditioning unit that would be well welcomed on the equator somewhere down in South America. They would love this place. Anyway, back to the game. Nice little save there by Grandview. Stopped it from going to the glass. So we're going to get another face-off. This line right here is we got Van Tau, Clark, Saber. We got back on the back defensive end, Lent and Bradley. This was a pretty deadly line yesterday. This one played really well. They had some really good chemistry together yesterday. Passing the puck, finding open ice, and making things happen. It's really fun. Let's see if they can do it again today. Saber's got it. He shovels it ahead through one of the other players, and then he gets dumped for his services. My goodness, he got upended. Here comes Bantel. He's going to break it through. He's going to get it up to Clark. Looking for a shot. That gets blocked up into the glass. Here comes Bantel. Shovels it to the center. Sabres there. Turns and shoots. Goes off the end of his stick, so nothing, no threat, but good idea nonetheless. There's going to be some open passes right there in the middle. Sabres got it. Works it over to Clark, who fans on the shot. Fans on it again. Our guys need to pick it up. This line was solid dog yesterday. We want more of that. There's a bunch of people standing right next to me here, and they're doing it right. They came loaded for bear. They got beers in their hands, and this is hockey right here. I'm being offered one, silver bullet style. That's nice of them, but I'm gonna keep the flavor here. Here comes another Keystone. About pass, but thanks, guys. I'm just calling you out for doing it right. Okay, they're playing hockey in the stands just as much as they are out on the field. That goes end to end. And it works over to the boards. No penalties yet. Through the midsection here, Britton, that's our penalty attractant. He shovels it in, goes for a line change. Here comes Sharon. We got, looks like Gallagher coming out. Sharon goes right past him. He does a nice little stick lift. Now he's going to work it ahead. Sharon's going to come down full set of steam. Works it through, loses it through the legs, gets upended. That goes down to the point. I'm looking through a glass that's shielded by 10,000 pockmarks. Nice little cross-ice pass. Big shot, and the keeper was able to pick that up and shut it down. Grandview brought a really good crowd here today. They've got, their peeps are lining the entire rink. That's good to see. I wish we could get that going on the LP side. We need to up the flavor for sure. Something to work on in the off season. That goes the other way. Grandview just shovels that ahead. Too far for the player to get it, and it's going to go down for an icing. So back it comes. All right. 6.5 minutes left on the clock in the first period. We're still up 1-0. Quick shot gets deflected. That came off a Sabre stick. Nice little idea, and it got deflected way high stick. That was by Grandview, so the play got touched next by LP, so the play is still underway. Now we're going to get a breakout. The Grandview player just overskated that one. Last time we played Grandview, we lost. I don't know. I can't remember the final score, but I know it was close. And that was some time ago. I think it was before the Christmas break. Play goes around our player, but Bradley was able to catch up to the puck. Nice little skate here by Grandview player. He's doing some cutbacks and kept it going. That goes to the point. Now he's going to shove it behind the keeper. I swear that the distance between the back of the net and the boards is at least 15 feet. This is a different rink all the way. This place is known for its open skates. They have an open skate just about every hour here, and there's purpose for that. That's how they were able to. They're able to punch their numbers up, so they can wash some interesting money. Having come here for so long, we've got the backstory on this place, and I dare say it's a little bit interesting. You don't want to mess around too much. You know, I value my life. Okay, goes behind the net. They're looking for a centering pass. They get one off, but it goes a little bit wide. Bouncing around over there in the corner. Moore shoves one of the Grandview players head first into the glass. And it leaks out of the zone. Britton's there by himself. Shot would be a good idea. Nice little centering pass. Rowe puts himself in the net, but not the puck. But a great centering pass by Britton. Leaked right off of the end of Rowe's stick. He could have had one there for sure. That gets kicked to the end boards. This is going to get shoveled down. The hand is up. Icing's going to be the call. Okay, this is the Sharon, Sass, Bradley, and Gallagher line. The lines in last night's game got changed a little bit. Sabre moved to the Bantal line, and it looks like Gallagher moved up, and he is playing in a forward stance. That gains the zone. It's on Sharon's stick. He does a cutback. He's working it through traffic. He's looking for an outlet. Now he's just going to shovel it at the corner. Gallagher's going to go and dig that out. Nice play, and now he's going to get pinned. Here comes Sharon. He's going to get a shot off. That goes just wide. Nice little shot, though, nonetheless. This is going to come all the way back around. Lent is going to be there to match up with that one. Goes past him. To the point it goes, and it leaks back in. All we need to do is put somebody behind the net. It's going to come there eventually. Sharon works that center. Couldn't get a shot off. He got harassed just a little bit too much. Shot goes off of one of the Grandview ankles. Grandview player's ankles. He's going to feel that later. Nice little slow trajectory shot. And Gallagher was there to paddle it home. He worked it past the keeper, and he just kept on muscling it through. Low trajectory shot from the blue line, and Gallagher was there to harass the keeper. The keeper was trying to cover that one, and he just couldn't find it. And Gallagher just kind of pushed him ahead and pushed the whole thing into the goal. So score number 2 is on the board. Gallagher gets that one. I don't know who got the assist. Puck drop underway. We got 3 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock left. Sabre hammers that player against the boards right in front of me here. That gets a low trajectory shot. Nice shot by Moore there. Bantal shovels that behind the keeper. Again, there's like feet. It's almost like an entire new rink behind the keeper. It's like a next dimension. Nice little save by Vaughn. He covers down on that one, but that was dangerous. Excellent cutback by the Grandview player. He had it on his backside, and he pushed it to his stick side. He's right-handed, and he worked it right through the crease and got an excellent shot off. We're lucky that didn't go in. Thanks for joining us. 3 days of hockey in a row. Very nice. What we want is more of what we had last night. Definitely not what we had the night before last. That was horrible. Really hard to watch. Some genuinely ugly hockey on Thursday night. We don't want any more of that. This is going to probably determine if we make the playoffs, and if we do, where we make them. We're right on the cusp. Last I heard last night, we were in slot number 11 in their 12th slot. So it would be really good if we can get a win today. That'll be helpful. All right, Jones is trying to dig this off of the boards. Does so. Gets gobbled up. Rowe goes over there and gives the Grandview player some of the shoulder. I know you can't see that. It's off the boards, but so you got to rely on my voice. I am so sorry for the setup. I might try to adjust things in the second period. In fact, I'm going to do that. I see some people up on another pedestal, and I'm going to try to improve your viewing pleasure. I've got gloves on in here, and it is so cold. I'm telling you, I'm going numb. You know, the Russians, they keep it as cold as Siberia in here. It's just brutal. Still no penalties either way. And here comes Sharon, full head of steam. Ref's going to have to get out of his way. A little back and forth action. That comes into the boards. It's bouncing around right in front of me down here on the end boards. Gallagher wants number 2 here. Not the number 2 that we want in the traditional sense, but he wants number 2 goal. Okay, Sass is chasing that player down. Trip, the hand is up, and Sass is going to go for a timeout. 2-minute special on Sass. That was a pretty easy pickup. That was a trip, indeed. Sass is going to the hole. It says on the side of there's a thing over here, and there's a big banner, and it says Denver East Hockey. Denver East Hockey. So I guess this is the home of Denver East Hockey. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if Crevo was in here. The Thunderbirds practice in here, and Thunderbirds is actually a really serious program. There's a AAA program that if your kid gets on Thunderbirds, you're something. But it costs a fortune. Here we get a little bit of a breakout here. Bantal gets it over to Saber. Saber wanted it, but he couldn't shovel it past the keeper. But that was an opportunity. Now we're going to get another one. Goes to Saber, and nice play by the keeper to shovel that out. This is going to be a turnover to Bantal. He's going to get a shot. That goes way wide and out of the area. 3 excellent saves by the Grandview keeper kept all that out. Wasn't expecting that flurry of offensive activity being on the penalty kill. I didn't tell you who our sponsor is. I had missed that, but maybe I'll give you 2 next time. Britton's chasing this one, digs it out. That was a strange puck drop and face off there. But Britton pirouetted that out and got it done. Stretch ice pass. The horn blows before the icing call went off. Hey, so I'm going to take a timeout. I'm going to come back and join you here in a minute. I'm going to try to improve your camera angle, if I may. I'm going to give it a good old-fashioned try. So I'll come back to you, but we're going into the locker room. 2-0 is your score. All right, be back with you in a bit. Yeah. I walked the entire rink and I desperately tried to get that camera angle improved, but my request was denied. Apparently they got a monopoly on that space. That you can't see it off camera, but there's another space mid-ice that is a better perch. But the people that have commandeered that said there's no real estate up there for me to get up there and move the camera. Just a little tripod, or even I wouldn't be up there. But they said no. And I'm not a guy that takes no lightly, so I tried to sell it for you, but the store's closed. So I apologize. But we got a clean sheet of ice, and I've moved down to the other end of the rink, and believe it or not, this end is worse for a viewing. This glass might have been used in World War II. I don't know. This whole facility is interesting. You could do a farmer blast just about anywhere here, and it wouldn't matter a damn bit. And it is like 16 degrees below zero in here, maybe more. Yeah, okay, here come our boys. They're coming out for round 2. And thanks again for joining us wherever you are. We're coming back on the ice. 2-0 is the score. And we're coming in on a penalty kill situation. That didn't seem to matter much because our boys were still harassing their keeper 4-on-5 style. So I've switched it because I think this is going to be kind of a lopsided affair for our offensive end, and I want to be able to call a better game from the offensive side. So I'm down here for this period. Puck drop is seconds away. The Zebras are circling. Everybody's banging on the walls, and we've got the Bantow Sabre line out there. Sabre's going to give chase, and he's not able to get there. He gets spun around. This line has been quite good. I tell you, they've performed well. Sabre's got it, and he's going to punch it ahead. Try to. Loses the handle. That's a bad give up and a crease there. Down it goes. That was sent by Grandview. So they're going to come back and collect it. There's a lot of ponding out there. A lot of ponding. Sabre's going to step up. He's going to work it through one player. He's going to work it around the other. And he's going to get a shot off. And it almost went in. Oh! Got hooked. But they didn't call it. But he got through 2 players and he got a pretty sweet shot off. It just didn't drop into the back of the net. That's the second time that he's had some pretty good play there. And almost took it home around 3 different players. There is opportunity with this Grandview team to put up some points. I'll just say that. Sharon's hunting and he gets popped and somersaulted back by a Grandview player. I can barely see through these black marks. It's like looking into the screen of a microwave. You know, you kind of have to keep on moving back and forth to be able to see through it, see your food on the inside. That's what this is. There's so many pock marks on the glass here, you can't see anything. Yeah, this place needs this place would be sweet. I tell you, there's a lot of opportunity. It's actually got a lot of great bones. It just needs some money pumped into it. I'm a man who could see through things into opportunity areas, and it would be fun to see this thing get refurbished. Okay, puck's going down to the other end. And that gets shoveled out to the point. It's bouncing around in an unfavorable spot. There goes Britton. He paddles it ahead to a breaking time. Shot goes way wide. Britton's going to chase that down. He's got it. Nice little move there. Still got it on his stick. Then he gives it up behind the net. Give up to Moore. Zebra's kind of in the way. Jones just drops that ahead to Britton. He's going to tee up a shot. Goes right into the chest of the keeper. Centering pass. Almost found Jones. Give up. Now they're going to get a one-on-one with a keeper. Vaughn is there to stop it. Outstanding save by Vaughn. Vaughn is showing up again, and he is playing some aggressive hockey. That kid has had a hell of a season. Hats off to Vaughn, keeping that out of the net. This is like looking at your food through a microwave.
Yeah,
You know?
trying to find little holes to look
You can't see a
through.
damn thing through this.
This way I can see a little bit.
Okay, here we go. Bantal shovels it ahead to Saber. He's going to tee up a shot. Here it comes off of the bar. Goodness gracious, when is Saber going to put one in? That's the third one that he's had that almost was almost. Offsides is the call. Saber bounced one off of the bar. Lots of opportunity with this. Lots of opportunity. Still 2-0. 14 minutes on the clock in the second period. Other end of the rink, they got the American flag, they've got the Canadian flag, and they've got the Colorado flag hanging side by side. And that's not the way you're supposed to do it. The American flag should be higher, but I didn't get that right. And I'm surprised there's no Russian flag. I don't know what the Russian flag is now anyway. Yeah, come to think of it, I'm kind of curious now. I'm going to look this up later. I haven't seen a whole lot of Russians up on the medal boards at the Olympics. I'm wondering. I'm wondering if they're participating. I'm curious now to the point where I'm going to look it up later. I haven't seen a Russian team on hockey. Yeah, I don't think they're playing. Something to look at. Here comes the play right in front of me. Big snow splash right up on the glass. Sass, he had the better of that, but the puck leaked out and it goes all the way to the other side. Jones is looking for an outlet up the boards. That goes clear down. No icing. Number 22, he's a big kid. He fans it ahead. A couple of players are bouncing around. Britton emerges with it, and he shoves it over to Moore. Just a little too hot for Moore to handle. Goes to the corner. There's a play that went sideways. Rowe's going to go back into the box here for round two. He tags up, and he gets to go to the hole. He upended the player. That was a pretty light call. I'm not sure that was a correct call, but he's going to go for a 2-minute timeout at the 12.5-minute mark. Back to this facility, there's on the front end of it, there's a really big room for workout. And I mean, this facility's just got so much promise. It's centrally located. It's at a good part of town-ish. And just a lot of promise. And I know the Avalanche tried to buy this facility. But the ownership here would not give it up. But the Avalanche wanted to make this their practice facility, and they weren't able to do it. Saber's got it. Centering pass. Nice little pass by Saber, and it was just a tiny bit late on the shot. He shoveled it ahead, and Grandview player made his way in front of him. This line has been a proving ground of sorts. Trip, no call. Saber's going to work this down on a solo effort. He's got Bantal as an outlet. Shovels it over to Bantal. Backhand. Saber taps it home. Give and go. Saber gets one finally. Nice little play by Saber to shoot it over to Bantal. Bantal popped it back over to Saber, and Saber put it home. So 3-0 on a shorthanded goal. That's strange. It was like Grandview just wanted to let one guy drop back. I don't know. That was a little bizarre to me, but hey, it's a score nonetheless, and that's a 3. There's some discussion between the Zebras, and they're trying to figure out who scored it. And they're going to get this all taken care of here. I did confirm between the in the intermission that this is still owned by the original ownership. His name is Vasily, and he could kill you by looking at you. Anyway, and there was another Russian that actually he is missed. I interacted with that guy, and his name was Sergei Butin. Bautin. I don't know. He was a former NHL player, and he was a coach here. And he was a good soul. Very big. His nose was crooked as a hind leg of a dog, but just a nice guy. And he passed away some years ago, and he's missed in the hockey arena. We took some lessons from him, and it just, I don't know. He was a good dude. He was known as the enforcer, though. You didn't want to get in his crosshairs back in the NHL days. You'd be in the hospital. He's a huge man. Okay, Grandview's got it. Outlet goes leaking down. That's going to leak some time off the clock. There's about 40 seconds left on this penalty kill. Bouncing around in the neutral zone. Offsides is going to be the call. I did have another funny moment here. I'll tell you about that here in a little bit, but it was with another former NHLer that I had no idea who I was talking to. This is some years ago. Colin and I used to come here for the open skates. We'd come here a lot, about twice, 3 times a week for open skates when he was learning how to skate. And there was a lot of opportunity here because they have an open skate just about every hour. And it was pretty close to us too, so we'd come over here. But they're still doing that. Okay, this is going to come the other way at speed. Number 16 runs into his own player, number 8. Ouch. And paddling around here in the center section. Number 38, mystery to me. I don't know who that is. Sharon's got it. He's going to work it ahead for a shot, but it gets deflected up into the net. The penalty is over. Rowe is out of the box, and he's back on the bench. So we're back to full-strength hockey. A little motley crew going on in the rink here. Nice. Okay, this is the Bantal Sabre Clark line. Bantal and Sabre just connected. Sabre's trying to dig that out of legs. Couldn't do it. Goes to the boards. Bantal's there to dig it out. He taps it back to Clark. Line pass goes past the blue line. That's going to go to the other end, and the hand is up for an icing. I am sorry I couldn't improve your viewing. I tried. I'm sorry I couldn't get that done for you. Sabre's got it on his stick. He drops it back to Moore. Moore's going to fire up a hot sizzler, and it goes right into the mid of the keeper. So we're going to get another face-off here. Get some good passing. Tape to tape is what it's called, when you put it right on the tape of the other player. We're getting a few of those tonight, and it's good to see. That goes to Sabre. He's going to work it back over to Time. He paddles it right into the groin of the other player. Digging it out. Sabre's hunting for the puck. Bantal emerges, and he cans one. Solo effort. I think Colin's going to get an assist, but Bantal emerged out of the corner with that, and it was on his stick, and he just shoveled that home. So 4-0 is the score. It's just under 10 minutes left in the second period. That line is working well out there. That is a really good line. And they've got some pretty good chemistry together. 4-0 is the score. And this one's going to leak down. Britton's give a chase. Britton, I tell you, he is a spirited player, and he is always skating hard. It's fun to watch him, he just never floats. He is just on or off. That's it. That's all he's got. Grandview's going to put one in the back of the net. That one got away from our crew, and they got a nice shot off, and it went past Vaughn, who was Splitsville, and it went up over his shoulder. So Grandview's going to put a point on the board. Good play on Grandview's part. 4-1 is the score with 9 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock in the second period. That gets hammered ahead. That's going to go to number 8, who got run over just a second ago by his own player. Ugh. Sharon put a stick on that one, but it leaked out through the to the blue line. He's trying to hammer it to himself here. That's actually Gallagher. He's got one on the board already. Their player wipes out. Some wall play. Ping pongs to Grandview's stick. The hand is up, but it goes down because we touched it. Luke pokes that over to Gallagher. Just out of Sharon's stick. Now he's got it. And, it went off of his stick. Bad bounce. Unlucky. Sharon almost got a stat. He's laughing about it, too. He knows he missed one. Maybe the next round. It is a beautiful day here in the Front Range of the Colorado Rocky region. It's been a really nice day, and I don't know when we're ever going to get winter. Maybe next year. Tipton kind of slapped that around. We got some number 38. He's a mystery to me. I don't know who that is. He's not on my roster sheet, so can't call him. What do they call him at the at Texas A&M? The 12th man? He's our 12th man. 12th man gives a touch up there. Goes to Tipton's stick, and it leaks over to the corner. That's going to go hard around. Other side, Time keeps it in the zone, and he just shoves it back in. Still bouncing around. Lou gives chase, and then he ends up on his backside. Ouch. Tipton's chasing. Nice little tip there. Lou almost got a tip in. That was close. It went right through the crease. Lou almost got one. 12th man's chasing this down. Time's there to shut it from going into the crease area. Into the neutral zone. Grandview's going to change out a couple of players. They're big. Number 12. That kid is really big. Saber searching. Vaughn reaches out and covers because he had a Grandview player right in his sphere. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock in the second period. Puck drop goes LP's way. Bradley's going to try to dig that up to Saber. Rifles it over to Clark. Saber's breaking through the center. He's chasing it up. Clark, Saber's got it. Centers it right to Bantal, but Bantal, it was a little bit too hot for him. Nice idea, though. That goes to the wall. That's going to go out. So our boys have got to clear again. That's going to go all the way back. Hess gets back there. He paddles it forward. Our boys are coming down 3 strong. Luke goes through. He gets a shot off of the bar. Oh, my goodness. That went right off of the bar. Saber's harassing that player. He could get a penalty for that. No call. It's going back the other end. Saber's going to try to get a line change. He gets it. Bantaz's going to go back and change out. That's going to get shoveled ahead. This is the Britton line. You got Britton, Rowe, and Clark out there. Clark gets a steal. Nice little shot, just goes just wide. Great idea from Clark. He broke through the center. Britton, our penalty attractant, got hammered against the boards, and then he gets hammered against the boards again. He's looking for some retribution. He's shoving that player back in there. Man. Whoa! Shot right into the crease. Somebody's going to try to paddle it home. Couldn't do it. Jones almost had a stick on it. Whistle for icing. Sub 5 minutes into the second period here. At the intermission, I'm going to go back and I'm going to readjust my temperature. I'm going to go outside for a second. Man, it is cold in here. All right, give you a few minutes, a couple of seconds of silence. You're probably saying, man, that. That gets shoved to the blue line, turnover, went out barely, and got poked back in, so we got a stoppage of play. Gallagher, Sharon, and looks like Sass is back out there. And back there on the back is Bradley and Lent. Gets poked to Lent's feet. He hammers one off of the back boards. Right back to Lent the other way. Nice little outlet pass. Goes to Gallagher's stick, but it's just off of him a little bit. That's going to get poked down the line and to the back board there. A couple of players come together, and then they trip each other up. No hand is up, so it was flagrant both ways, I guess. Bouncing around in a terrible spot. Sharon's going to work it down on a solo effort. Still got it, gets held. No call. That should have been a penalty all day. Yeah, Sharon got held there for sure. No call. The zebra with the defined chin did not blow the whistle. Sabres leaking into the zone. Looking for an outlet. Calls for it, and it goes past his stick. Bantaz's going to work down and try to get it. Tipped up into the glass, but a great idea. Nice little move there by Clark. Spin move. He's our only freshman, by the way. Freshman making the varsity squad and making a statement while he's there. That says something. Little GNR playing here in the rink. I'm 2 minutes away from being able to go outside and get thawed out. Puck drop leaks to Britton, who he just pokes down there. Jones tries to put some muscle on number 12, and he that didn't do anything to that number 12. That kid is huge. But Jones gave it the good old-fashioned try there. Got to salute him for that. All right, Britton emerges with the puck on the defensive end, and he does a cross-ice pass, and that just gets poked up and in. Hand is up. if they wave off the icing, but it clearly was icing. Rowe's going to try to dig this one up. Britton's there, but no one was in the middle. He leaves it back there in the back. Rowe's giving some muscle. Sharon's there. He gets muscled. He's still chasing it up. Nice little pass there by Sharon to get it back to Britton. Couldn't handle it. It was just a little too hot. That's going to be icing. Okay. One minute left in the second period. Score is 4-1. LP on top. Man, do we need a win. Here's the interesting thing that I heard yesterday. Grandview gets another score. They worked it through the center section, and somebody put a stick on it and hammered it home. So they're going to put the second digit on the board with 1 minute left. Don't need that. We need to have all the padding we can get. What I was saying is, somebody said last night after the game, if we make the playoffs, we will very likely match up with Mount Vista. And Mount Vista, I told you at the beginning of last night's game, I was not expecting that to be close. Mount Vista is a very serious team. They did not have a good night last night, and we played up to them, and it was, I don't know, it was good for us. We were right on the cusp of, getting a W in that one, and it's unfortunate that we didn't. Sabres looking for an outlet, puts it to Bantow, but couldn't keep it going forward. That's going to pop ahead. Sabres got it. He's got an opportunity here. It's Bantow working through. Sabres going to get a shot, and he gets shut down with a glove save by the keeper. But good idea nonetheless. He could have cut that back. Had a pretty nice shot. He's had a lot of opportunities, a lot of breakouts. See if he can get another one done in 15 seconds. Sabres looking for it. Cross ice pass to Bantow. Couldn't reach him. It's going to go back to Bradley. Solid shot right there. Rebound, juicy, but no one was there to hammer it home. All right. So we're going to go into the locker room ahead 4-2. I think this is what Grandview did last time we matched with them. They came back and they beat us. So let's not see that happen again. We need to keep on the winning side of this equation. All right. Playing some boss here. Whoever's slinging the discs, they're doing a good job. All right, I'm going to go get thawed out. I can't take this anymore. I'll be back with you momentarily, but it's nice to have you with us wherever you are for Saturday afternoon lights. Okay? See you in a minute. outside to thaw out. I got the Siberia out of me for a second, but back in here, and we're about to get underway here. I'm going to walk around to the other side. I know that's meaningless to you, but I'm going to walk to the other end in hopes of having some more offensive action here. So the boys are underway, and it's getting paddled back into the offensive end. Here's Silas. Silas, you're on the air, so no cussing or swearing. So Silas is on injured reserve. We sure do miss his action out there. Absolutely. But he's on the mend. He's got a bright blue cast on, and he's on the mend. We'll see him next season. But good stuff, man. We miss you. Okay, that was Silas. Walking back down here to the other end. Trying to punch it back out of the defensive side. And now it's going to work up on Sharon's stick, and he's got a full head of steam. It's a nice low shot that goes right into the belly button of the keeper. Working our way down here to the other end. About to get a face-off on the offensive side. ZZ Top is spinning. Gotta like that. Saber's searching. Comes behind the keeper. That's Bantow shovels it to Clark. Looking for Saber in the middle. Saber's gonna have to chase this one down. Bantow's there. Shovels it over to Saber. Tries to do a nice give and go, but too many guys over there to stop the forward action. It's kicking around. Saber's got it. Now he's gonna work it through. No, he gets shut down, and then he gets penalized. No call. He worked it through a couple of players there. Still working ahead. Now it's going to work the other way. Sabres, no, he's going to get a stick on it. This line has been pretty solid working together. Pretty solid stuff. Sabres got it. The Zebra got in the way. Of course, Sabres got to go tag up. Now he's going to go get a breather. Got a nice shot short side. Almost went in. That was almost number 5 for Saber. Britton's got it. Now he's going to work it into the zone. Pokes it over to Rowe. He's going to go into the boards head first. A couple of players are fighting with each other here, right in front of me. And that's going to get smoked around the other side. Slow developing play here. Britton and Rowe. They got a rugby scrum. Jones poked that over to the corner, but he could very easily put it on the net. That gets fanned out. And now it's looking for an outlet pass. It goes off a skate. Shoveled over to their big number 12, back to number 9. Give up pass right there in the middle. Britton would be good about shooting that super fast. Britton gathering some attention to himself as always. Britton, I tell you, they just they love that guy. Jared comes out, he's laughing. He knows what he saw. Okay, that goes right through the legs of Gallagher, who's got a score on the board. Crashed the net. Sass paddling it around. He wins that battle. Goes the other side. Time's going to keep it in. He's going to just shovel it back around. Sass round 2. Goes up to the blue line, and it's kept in barely. Sass giving chase, and then he blows a tire. Then he gets to wear the boards. Morgan paw on it, and he keeps it going forward. He's going to be going against 4 guys. Still got it. He ends up with it, and he scores. How did that happen? Oh my goodness. He was getting beat up the whole way. He got penalized, stuck with it, and then he just, I don't know, it kept on ending up right on his stick. And he said, okay, well, if you're going to do that, that was that was a fun one to watch develop, I tell you. That was weird, not expecting the result there, but the hand was up for the penalty, which got waved off immediately. So we're going to be still 5-on-5 hockey, and Moore gets one. Sabres looking around. Bantel just kind of pops that in, and he's going to chase it down. It's going to be a give up to Sabre, who's got it. He tries to center it, gets bounced off the skate. Back to the point. That gets thrown into somebody's legs. Ouch. That's going to go roll around to the other side. Back in. We're having a lot of offensive side touches tonight. Clark's still battling with it. Sabres looking for an outlet. A lot of passes going right behind the keeper. We need something to go right into the center. Centering pass. Sabres there. Couldn't send it home, but bounced off of one of the pads of the keeper. By the way, the score is 5-2 now. 5-2 LP. Here comes Sabre. Almost had it going on his stick for a one-on-one. Waiting for a breakaway. He's kind of swizzling around. Now he's got it. Trying to work it by that pass, that last man. Just couldn't poke it. Now he's going to go for a line change. Bouncing around. Jones is circling. Looked like that went up into the bench, but no call. Jones has got it all day. Britton's breaking down the right-hand side, and he just lofts it way up and in. Must have hit some overhead wiring. So I was stopping to play. Man, he lofted that so high. It went up and hit the rafters, which is, that's saying something, because this is a very high ceiling here, extremely high. There's some piping that is lower for good lighting, and by the way, the lighting in here is excellent. But it must have hit one of those things, and they called it. Net gets into the play around the side. Oh, I was going to tell you a story. Yeah, I was here in this rink. I don't know. It's different from most hockey houses for a lot of different reasons. But I was here one day, and there's an area that's heated that overlooks both rinks. This is a 2-sheet rink, and I was sitting up there, and I don't know. I was just sitting next to a guy that I had seen skate some weeks prior, and he was out there swirling around with a bunch of kids during a practice, and he looked different to me in a really good way. He was. I don't know. He was a very skilled player. But I was watching him, and I thought he was a coach, an elevated coach here. So I was watching him, and so some weeks later, I end up sitting up in the heated area, overlooking both sheets. And what's interesting is I had a really long conversation, and some of the other parents overheard my conversation. And after the guy left, he got up and he left. The other parents came over, and they said, "Well, do you know who you were talking to?" And I said, no idea. He's a coach here, right? And he said, "No, that was Alex Tanguay." And Alex Tanguay, if you don't know who he is, he was a former NHL player. And I was extrapolating back in my conversation. And what was funny is I told him during the conversation, I said, I saw you down there. You got some moves, man. You're pretty good. And he didn't mention who he was. He didn't reveal that he was a former NHL player. He goes, "Oh, thanks." I said, "Yeah, you got some moves, man." And he just kind of waved it off, but I found out later that it was Alex Tanguay. And he eventually went on, and he was a coach. He may still be, but he was on the NHL Network, and he's had a long, illustrious hockey career. And being around his hockey as long as I've been, I know what I'm looking at. He had some pretty good skill. Nice little play by Sabre to get it over to Clark's stick on a one-time pass. That gets popped right into number 4's chest. Sabre's harassing him. Now Sabre's going to level up. Drops back to the defensive player. Fans it up to the center. Now Sabres got it. He's going to go around that player. Shot goes way high. Back on the back glass, but another opportunity. Stretch pass for Sabre. He's waiting. Bantal's going to go down the right-hand side, and he's looking for an outlet. Too crowded in the center. Fanned on that one. Clark's going to have to go back and collect himself. Does so, at least for a moment. We're sub 10 minutes now in the third period. The score is 5-2. Icing's going to be the call, so it's going to go clear the other end. And I did go outside, and I noticed while I was out there that they're having a huge open skate on the other side. There must be like 50, 100 people over there skating around in circles. That's what this place is known for. Open skate. Come over here, rent some skates, and have some fun. Another whistle for icing. Rowe was giving it his all to get there, but he couldn't catch up to it. There's a mom on the glass who's got a picture of her son enlarged up there, and she's got a pom-pom. She's cheering for her son. That's cool. And the guys right next to me, they're still doing the hockey thing with beers. Bar is open here. It's awesome. You know how to hockey. Hand is up. And it's going to be a penalty on Grandview for some infraction. It looks like it was a cross-check. So he is working his way to the penalty box. It's their number 10, and we're going to get a 2-minute special. 2 minutes on the board for cross-check. 5-2 is the score. And here we go. That drops back to Sharon's stick. He's got all day long. That rolls over to Bradley. Sabres there. Oh, he looked for a one-timer. Nice little pass there. That's what they do at the upper levels. They pass it, making it look like a shot, but it's a pass, and it's just a hair's trigger too late. Here comes Sharon. He's got a full head of steam, looking for an outlet. Can't find Sabre, who was breaking through the crease. Now he's going to do a hard around to Sabre. Sabre's going to fan it back to him. Back to Sabre. They can't get around that last man down there. Who's going to bring it up? Somebody eventually, I hope. That finds Gallagher's stick. The zebra gets in the way. Sabre's got it. Pokes against the board. Over to Sharon. Laser beam shot. Watch out. Oh my goodness, that was a very, very dangerous play. It got past the keeper, and one of the other players came in and fanned it out of the back. It was going in. That was a very good defensive play to keep it out of the back of the net. That was going in for sure. Sharon's got it. Laser beam shot, but he gets glove saved by the keeper. Hats off to the Grandview player that poked that out of the back of the net. That was a good save. Zebra's talking to the goalie. Okay, we got Britton Jones. Bantal's out there. Another firecracker of a shot. And a couple of players hammer each other here in the corner. That's their very big number 12 against our very small Britton penalty attractor. It's on Bantal's stick. He throws it back to Moore. Fires off a shot. Bounces off against the player's stick. Jones was going to try to shovel that in, but the ref got in the way. That's the fourth time the refs have been in the way of the play tonight. 7 minutes on the clock. Clark's got it. He's still doing his magic. Centering pass. Couldn't get it to Bantal. Clark brought that all the way down past like 3 or 4 players. The It gets poked in. That would have hit off right off my shin. There's number 38, the mystery man. The 12th man is out there. It's on his stick now. He's going to poke it across the ice to. That's Tipton. Nice little try on a centering pass. Just went off the side of the net. Lou's there. He's got it. He's going to fire off a low trajectory shot. No rebound. Okay. Line change got started and it got canceled. Going through the center. So many sticks out there. It was just kind of floating along. It was like nobody wanted to have to touch the puck or something. Grandview player tries to beat like six players. Vaughn keeps it out at the last second. There's a pile up down there. And there is a whistle. And looks like there's going to be a call for a trip. Somebody's going to the hole. I don't know who. See which door opens. It's going to be a Grandview player for a trip. That may have been our penalty attractor. He was flying around on his knees. That very well may have been him. That goes to Saber Stick. Fans it over to Bradley, who's going to bring it down the wing. Shot, and the keeper picked that up and shut it down. He hoovered that one up. No rebound. Good tunes are blowing on the horn here, man. Gotta like that. Hard around from Sharon. Saber keeps it in. He paddles it back to Gallagher, back to Saber. He rolls it over to Luke. Centering, bouncing around in a really dangerous spot, and the keeper reaches back and paws it in. Bouncing around there for a long period of time, right behind the keeper, and he gets some love taps. No line change, 5 minutes left in the game. It'd be nice to put another digit on the board here. It gets poked around. Saber still after it. Shot, low trajectory, rebound. Goes into the keeper's mitt. Now they're going to get a line change. Oh, goodness gracious. Britton comes off and he ends up on his tuchus. He's laughing about it. Britton's got it, throws it to center, but a turnover, and so it gets batted back to the neutral zone. Tapped in, so no icing. Jones is giving chase, overskates it. Nice little keep in by Moore twice. Quick shot, Bantal. They've changed the lines again, so it's hard to keep up with who's who, but Bantal kept that one in. Britton's giving chase over here in the corner, right in front of me. He just goes player on player violence. And then Grandview gets it and sends it all the way down. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left. 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Saber comes off. Now he's going to get after it. They're still on the penalty kit power play for another 25 seconds. That goes to Saber Stick, and he's going to work it through traffic. Gets the shot off, goes way wide. Clark vaults that up. High stick. Centering pass from Britton to Gallagher, almost connected. Grandview's was aiming to Saber. Nice little juke there, and he gets smoked at the end, and then he gets beat up. The ref is going to smoke both of them. She's going to put them both in the hole. Sabres putting in his appeal, but that got rejected. He's a little flummoxed with that one. I am too. That was a penalty clearly on Grandview, but the ref, the Zebra, said no. Yeah, you both go to timeout for roughing. So that's Sabres game. He's done for the night. 5 minutes. No, 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Little flurry of activity there towards the end of that penalty power play. But no digits, no new digits on the board. Sass comes out and he skates it to the center. Nice little pass off the. It actually was a shot off of his backhand. That gets picked up. This keeper has had a great game. Grandview keeper has had a really solid showing tonight. So hats off to that kid. We're 5-on-5 hockey because two players went to the hole simultaneously. So nice little save there by Vaughn. Man, he has been down there with no action or activity, but when it came down, he said, "I'll not let that go." Nice little canter shot by Sharon. Got through a player and he threw one in at speed, and it came out. It went in so quick it popped back out. So he puts a digit on the board. Now it's 6-2. 6-2 is the score. That was a violent shot. He got a laser beam of a shot off, and that went through right under the underarm of the keeper. Here comes Clark. He wants one. Shot. That gets shut down. We got 2 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock here in the game. I'm going to spirit myself down here to the other side because that's the only way I can pack out. There's Daisy Dog. We brought our dog to the rink. Yeah, hey. So we're back underway. Sabre's still in the box for another minute or so, bouncing around. Goes to the corner. So Britton is in their Sabre spot on this line, and he's fanning it around. Kept in by Luke. Nice little play. I'm standing right at the blue line now. Luke is standing in front of me. That goes back to Luke's stick. He's going to tee up a shot into traffic, and it gets bounced around. Somebody's going to have a bruise on that one tomorrow. Here comes our 12th man. We got Lou out there. We got Tipton over there on the, that's the forward line. 12th man, Tipton and Lou. Lou's got it. Centering pass right in front of the keeper, so he reaches down and touches that one. 2 minutes left on the clock in the third period. A couple of boys are still in the box over there. Hello. It's like Siberia in here. All right. Almost 1 minute here. Comes back to Moore's stick. Works its way back up. Lou's got it. He fans it over to Time, who's going to take it on a solo effort. Goes through the center. Nice little give up to the mystery man. Hand is up. Somebody else is going to go to the penalty box. Looks like it's going to be a Grandview player. Sabre's out of the box, as is the other player. Let's see what happens here. I thought his night was over. He is wondering if he's going to get flagged to the bench, or yeah, he's going over the board. So no more time for Sabre. There's 2 minutes penalty. And yeah, it was indeed a penalty on Grandview. Yeah, it was Grandview. They got the penalty on the board for 2 minutes, so they're going to go into the record books. And now we're going to get another penalty, it looks like. Interference is the call. We got a Rocky tune going on here. And now we're going to end up the 4-on-4 hockey here. Rocky One Music. Yeah, that was, oh man. If you were alive back then, you watched this movie, you could feel like you could lift 10,000 pounds over your head when you were listening to this. Nothing quite like that movie. That's why I won all the Oscars that year. All right, it's a big pile up in the corner. The puck's in there somewhere. Bounces out. Then it gets fanned out. We got 45 seconds left on the clock here. 4-on-4 hockey. There's the 12th man. He's going to go into the corner. He's going to get worked for it too. Man, somebody got smashed against the boards. I hope he's all right. He's doubled over. He got blown up. He is hurting. Hand is up. That's icing. They waved it off. And that's the game. 6-2 is the final score. I think it should have been more, but hey, what do you want, you know? Proud of our boys for pulling this out. We're going to see where we end up in the rankings. Hopefully we're in the top 12, and if we are, we're going to go to the playoffs. Check back in with your family. There's some games that are going to finish up tonight, and we'll see where we land. And let's hope that we land on the right side of the equation, because it would be nice to have another year of playoffs. Okay, well, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you, and we will see you, I hope, in the playoffs. I tend to think that we're going to be able to get there, but we'll see. All right? Thanks again for joining us, and we will talk to you again soon.